Alrighty, hopefully I'll get a video in before the wife gets home. So, I've been recording. I have filled 6 90-minute cassettes. I just started recording September 10th, ideas, and all I've got is an old cassette player. So I'm making do with what I got for now. Can't do any woulda, coulda, shouldas. We got to start today. So, I was just noodling. I just brought the guitar, this stuff upstairs from down the music area, down in the laundry area. It's finished basement. That's where I was, put the stuff down there yesterday. So, anyways, I just brought it along. So I'm gonna just throw out, no plan, E minor pentatonic. One thing, you know, I always talk about in videos is try to take that one thing and learn it everywhere it is on a fretboard. That's huge. If you haven't achieved that, you should. So I don't know if I'm showing the guitar, the end of it, but that means on E minor pentatonic. I gotta watch this clock. I gotta stop paying attention so I don't go over. Make sure you can play that. All right, and then the next block up. I'm throwing in a flat 5. So then, you know, once you got them two, play them together. You know, do that, and then the next one up is this. And then get to where you can go back and forth in all three of them. Get to where So that's the first block was the open stringed one, and then the second, this is the third block of the E minor pentatonic. It's got 3 in a row like this. 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7. Then over here a 4, the B. So the third position in any minor pentatonic, the third block, you're going to have that step over. Useful to get that baby finger at work, see, because then you don't have to move. You can do that. When I solo, I don't use these fingers by law, you know. Alright, so the fourth block, in these shapes, if you move this to A, say, for example, and that open shape we're doing now in E, you start here, that second shape of the E one in A, you know, it's all relative. You can move them for any key and just get the shapes down in one key. So start at the B note now, and you got this shape. Again, as you go along, and each time you get a new block, maybe once in a while, jam and just you move throughout them. You know, I'm being sloppy, but just trying to get a point across and keep it under the limit of time. So that's your fourth block, and then the last block before it repeats itself, this E minor pentatonic will repeat itself at the 12th fret in the back note, the note going this way. I call this front because the notes are higher. Whatever. All of the back note of it's going to be all the 12th fret. That side, well, that's the same as down here, only that down here the nut is that 12th fret. It's the open string. back notes there. And so here's the last one. You start at the D with your middle finger. I call this one the sandwich shape. I got these down real fast because I locked into my mind what I could give it for a name. Then I called the third one the step over, just because it's the only one you got to do that with. The first one was simple. Most all of us know that. Even beginners know that typical first shape. All right, so middle finger, baby finger twice. First finger, baby finger in the middle, the middle two strings, and then the high two strings back to the middle finger and baby finger. That's why I call it the sandwich shape, because the outsides and the middle is this. And then back to this shape that we started with. And then they repeat themselves. So you get to where you can go. And I did that without looking. I'm not going to go up to the higher ones. And then you start goofing with it. You know, the strings are starting to get too light for me now because I've been playing more. You know, just start creating phrases, you know. I used to do, there's a lot of things you can do with each block, is do this count. I call it a 6 count. Yep. And do it with all the blocks. You know what the problem is? I'm still going back to the little pick. And I'm not even hitting the notes half the time. I'm in that transition, and then I go to this one and I'm tripping over them. That kind of thing. And do the alternate picking. Then there's several 5 counts. Down, like if you start down here and just go. You know, and then the other 5 count would be going back. I have that string to string because I'm just doing 2 notes on each string. For the 5, then I'm just going back to the B string and going down 5. Back to the G. But then you can also do a 5 count where you go back to the second note you played. I'm just using this spot, you know, for an example. You do it to all of them. Go back to the second note you played. So in other words, I started with the B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then back to the A. Nope, that kind of thing. Then you got 3 count stuff, you know. And you do that in all the blocks, you know. I'm just watching the clock. Then this hammer on pull-off stuff. Now I'm sloppy because I ain't warmed up. That kind of sense. So put it this way, even if you don't have any of those other things going, you should at least get your pentatonic so you can play it from its lowest point on the lowest string all the way up everywhere it is, like this, you know, and then work to weaving them throughout them and you'll be able to create a lot more phrases that way. So that's a good place to start, and then you can start doing those other. I don't want to go over 15 minutes. I think I'm within a couple minutes, because I forget to look at the clock when I start. A couple minutes in and go, oh shit, where was it? So hopefully that'll help some people. Just take that pentatonic and get it down. And when you look at the shapes of the one key like that, then you look at, and you can move it for any key and just, you know, line those same shapes up. And there you go.